next matchup is going to be neosurfer versus JazyBaneLing. Going to be on Ruins of Ceres spawning. In the bottom left, his team is down 1-0. The Peruvian Terran player in red for all inspiration. This is neosurfer. And his opponent in the top right, our Zerg player in pink for BornG Gosu. This is JazyBaneLing. So a quick little extractor trick there from, I don't know what to call him. JazyBaneLing is going to be quite a mouthful in general. Baneling is a unit that I'm going to have to talk about most likely. So we're probably just going to call him Jazzy, but just a quick extractor trick there from our Zerg player Jazzy, just to get up an extra drone while he was waiting for this overload. No super mistakes or anything like that. Is it going to be going for a hatch first, which is always a little frightening against a Terran player. Simply because Reapers are just ridiculous. Reapers are just, they're so fun, but they're just so ridiculous in this expansion. The KD8 charge, being able to bounce units back and forth is so difficult to deal with as a Zerg player if you don't scout it coming. Despite this map being as large as it is, seeing like a proxy 14-14 in the middle of the map isn't that surprising, but it doesn't seem like neosurfer is going to be doing anything too cheesy. He's got the normal setup. His barracks is finishing up here. He does have one gas, and most likely he's saying this. Yeah, going to send this SCV down just to wait around for 400 minerals while he does get his Reaper on the way to scout out what the heck Jazzy is up to. Jazzy did get a gas to complement this pool that he has coming up, so he's able to get to speed really quick if he wants to. Pretty much, yeah, I think as soon as the pool finishes, he will have enough gas for speed. Whether or not he pulls out will be the next tell. Considering he did go for this quick hatchery, I'd be surprised to see him go for an early safety roach horn, but still, it's just one of those things where if you got the gas and you're still mining gas when you're getting speed, you really probably need to find something to use it for. But it is just going to be 6 lings, just going to probably dance around in the main base for a while they try to thwart this Reaper, which is on the other side of the map, looking at absolutely nothing right now. But he does know where his opponent is now, because he did actually send an SCV scout out as well as this Reaper, and actually that is a very, very early Baneling nest. So despite going for a hatch first, it's looking like this could just be a quick Baneling bust here from Jazzy. Question is, will the Reaper be able to actually scout this? There isn't a queen in the natural days yet, but there are a few lings here. KD8 charge does go down, but doesn't actually do anything, and the Reaper's actually going to jump away from here. He doesn't want to go open the main, which means he doesn't see anything. He didn't even see speed complete. We have more lings coming in here. Actually, a second gas being taken. Is he gonna, okay, he's supply block for now. So, if after the supply block ends, he makes a ton of lings, I think that'll be a bit of a tell. However, there are Hellions on the way, and it's looking like neosurfer was wanting to go for early Liberators. He does have 2 gases, despite, he only has 1 worker in this gas, but he is getting a 3rd command center, and hey, that's a lair, so I guess this isn't actually going to be super quick Baneling bust, which actually would have done a ton of damage. We do have a lair coming up here for our Zerg player, and the Reaper does scout absolutely everything. He sees the speedlings, he sees the Baneling nest, he sees the lair on the way, he sees the second gas also. And the Reaper actually does go down. Looking like Jazzy is going to be taking a 3rd guy. He's going to be taking a 3rd, and actually taking it in kind of this tucked-in location. He's going to be taking it over this area, which actually is kind of a nice thing to have if your opponent is going for a lot of drops or anything. That way he's not able to bounce in between bases, but Hellions, actually one Hellion does get taken out by some lings there. I'm not sure how many lings, if any, Jazzy lost there. He will lose a couple now, but still, getting a Hellion and an SCV for 4 lings is a pretty okay trade. Stockpile was just used for a medevac. and still only one SCV here on this gas geyser. Seems to have forgotten the fact that he made that geyser. He's probably gonna realize it in a little bit when he goes, hey, why do I have a lot less gas than I really want to have right now? But it doesn't seem to be too big of an issue. And I heard the medevac load up, but I don't see where it is. There he is. So this is a lot of Hellions, and it's a lot of Marines inside of a medevac. So looking like this is going to be, you know, drop the Marines in one location, run the Hellions into another location, see just how many drones I can kill. There are some Banelings here finished up for Jazzy in his natural, but there isn't really too much in the main base. The Spire is about halfway finished. The Baneling speed is not, you know, it's not going to be done for this engagement at least. And kind of my other question is, well, neosurfer shows that he has these Hellions. He's actually going to dive in immediately. Oh, he's going to get those surrounded. Oh, he got those all surrounded. Oh, those all got surrounded. So those are all dead. Drop does get off into the main base. Going to be able to take out the Queen at least, but beyond that, he's not going to get much except for some more lane kills. And even then, he doesn't get too many lane kills. He's actually going to drop behind the mineral line here and say, hey, you gotta keep multitasking. If I'm multitasking, you gotta keep multitasking. Those Marines, well, still 3 of them do survive, so nicely done by neosurfer. He did kill off a few. Okay, he killed off 2 workers. I totally thought he got more than that. So he killed 2 workers and a Queen for, what was that, like 8 Hellions and like 5 Marines. That's a little rough. I mean, you can see that the resources lost tab. Almost 1,300 resources lost here for our Terran. Now it's 1,400, almost 1,500. Losing that medevac to these first metas that have popped out here for our Zerg player. So despite this really quick 3rd command center from neosurfer, he's actually down 12 workers. He's down a ton of SCVs, and he's just not making any right now. He's got some barracks up. Do any of these barracks? None of the barracks actually have a tech lab, so he's not going to get stemmed for a long time. He's got a bunch of widow mines, which is pretty cool right now because oh my goodness gracious! Every one of those lings just died to 5 widow mines. 7 kills, 3 kills. Okay, there's none of that one. 4 kills, 10 kills in this widow mine. So widow mines are MVPs. I guess when you have no other tech to speak of, having a bunch of widow mines is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I don't think Jazzy really minds too much. He's got his hive on the way, so I guess he's going to try to go to really quick ultras. Considering 1-1 is not even finished, and he's got hive on the way, and his 3rd base doesn't even have full saturation or gas is taken. It's a pretty risky move, but considering how this game started, it's not a bad idea. It is a lot of widow mines. neosurfer has 8 widow mines right now. He's only making 1 at a time. I guess he wants to make 2 at a time. He does still have this factory with the reactor. We do have finally one tech lab. Despite having 5 barracks, he has 1 tech lab to get his upgrades. He does need to start stem pretty quickly because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have stem. He doesn't have couch. He just has a lot of widow mines, which are actually going to be super annoying. It's one of the worst things to have to deal with for a Zerg player. So this should be a lot of fun to see if this ruins Jazzy's day or not. How he deals with this, if he's able to deal with it well, if he just falls apart because he keeps forgetting that widow mines are out in the middle of the map, he just runs over with a bunch of units. That's a definite possibility. Mutas were trying to, I guess, set up some sort of counter, but there's already a bunch of turrets up. A bit of a turret ring here. Actually, a lot of turrets up here for our Terran player. Gonna scan, clean up some creep. There are a lot of Banelings morphing. 14 Banelings being morphed in to join the 8 that already are on the map for Jazzy. But still, that's a lot of widow mines. He's going to have to be really super careful. He's going to send 1 link forward. He does get 1. He can get 2 shots off. He gets 2 shots off. He gets 3 shots off. But hey, but wait, there's more. A couple more widow mine shots go off, but pretty much hitting nothing. Actually, that was almost really dangerous. We've all seen, who was that? Was that like MVP or something? I think maybe, who lost like all of his medevacs. to some Widow Mine shots in the middle of the map. It was on like Neoplanet S or something. But I don't think Jazzy really cares about anything that's going on in his area of the map right now. He's just going to counterattack. There's a few Widow Mines left over. There are 3 here. One shot does go off, and a couple more shots are going to go off too. That's a lot of kills in these Widow Mines. Widow Mines are doing a ton of work, but there's just so little else left here for our Terran player. Banelings are going to roll in and take out most everything else. All of the bio is dead. SCVs are starting to fall as well. And actually, all he has right now are these Banelings. Drop is in the natural base here of Jazzy. He does this Ultra Captain on the way, and he's got Adrenal Glands on the way as well, so he's got some really awesome deck. He just needs to make some units to clean up this harassment from neosurfer right now. You know, Ling's popping out. Ling's popping out. Ling's popping out. And they're going to go ahead and take out those Marines. Did he lose all of his mutas? He lost all of his mutas in those engagements. So that's kind of sad. And actually, these Hero Marines, 8 kills and 3 kills on these, and get some more. There's another couple of kills. So these Marines are quite the troopers there. They do eventually get cleaned up. We do have 4 more mutas and a couple of ultras on the way for Jazzy. So he's still just trying to get into that area of the game that he actually wants to be in. Still, more and more Widow Mines being created here for neosurfer, and he's actually loaded up all of his medevacs, all of his units, and he's probably going to go for this massive doom drop into the main base where there is a ton of tech structures. Where did those mutas go? Oh, actually the Queen gets the snipe on that medevac. Good job, Queen. 2-2 about to finish up here for Jazzy, and still there's so few upgrades right now for our Terran player. His stim is still a few seconds away. By a few, I mean like 20 seconds away, so that's quite a late stim. We are almost at 12 minutes in this game. He does not have stim yet, which is going to hurt a lot, but Jazzy's entire army is actually pretty out of position to deal with this massive doom drop that is coming into his main base, where the Spire, the Hive, Infestation Pit, Bailey Nest, everything, absolutely everything is. Jazzy is going to roll into the natural base of Neosurfer, but these Widow Mines are just getting so many kills right now, and actually Jazzy is falling apart a little bit, it seems. I mean, he's cleaning up the drop at least that is harassing him, so that's good for him. But there's 4 Widow Mines in his main. Oh, Spore Collar would be nice. And actually, these ultras are just not dying. They got +6 armor right now. They're about to have +2 attack here in just a second. There we go. Oh, no, not quite. 2 more ultras actually on the way. But these ultras are just not going to die. At the same time, the drop in the main is about to get cleaned up. Still, these Widow Mines are still here, getting so much work done. A couple of ultras just kind of sitting and camping on top of the production of our Terran player. And neosurfer is, well, he's got these Widow Mines over here. That's all he has, pretty much. Oh, he's got a few Marines. Widow Mine's gonna get another few shots off. Oh my God, so many kills in these Widow Mines. This one has 13 kills. This one has 18, but ultras just absolutely going to town here in the main base right now. Killing all the production. I mean, neosurfer has medevacs. He's got medevacs and no money. He can't produce anything. Just kind of a matter of time. We do have mutas here for Jazzy, so floating bases are not going to be an issue. Just kind of, well, waiting for neosurfer to realize that he has lost this game. Where did the ultras go? Ultras, go back. This is a rank metamorph ultra. He's got 20 kills. This one has 23 kills. This is, wow, these are insane. And actually, Jazzy's still worried about drops right now. He's looking around trying to find them. I don't think he actually realizes exactly the damage he did. Then again, he also lost a lot himself. I mean, 27 workers killed so far by neosurfer and 38 killed by Jazzy. It's a lot of decimation going on. Finally, a 4th hatchery coming here for JazyBaneLing. And the natural has been retaken by a neosurfer, but really all he has are mules right now. He's trying to make some SCVs. He's trying to make some units, but he's just got so little economy. He's got nowhere to actually take an economy. He could try and take this 3rd base that he tried taking a while back, but Again, just kind of just waiting for Jazzy to start making a lot of units. He's got more mutas on the way. He has 7 currently. He's going to go up to 11. He does have, see, he's got 4 Ultralisks. He's got 23 Lings. Still, he just needs to kind of just A-move these units across the map right now and finish off his opponent. Preferably with some Overseers. Overseers, yeah, Overseers are with his army, but so kind of the last hope. There's one tank here for neosurfer, and he does have this single Widow Mine. But it's not the hero Widow Mines we saw earlier, especially considering how many Overseers Jazzy actually has right now. Does he realize? Oh, he's just checking for bases right now. He's like, you gotta have something else tonight right now, right? There's no reason for you not to have more right now. Getting a lot of shots off, but still, Ultralisks are just gonna just chew through absolutely everything. Really rough positioning here for these Ultras, and without the mutas helping out, which honestly they probably shouldn't, because there's so many turrets and he'll just lose them all again. Without the mutas helping out, it's still going to be kind of difficult to actually clean up here. Last tank going down. What is the army right now? There we go. GG from neosurfer. He will tap out, and Gosu will go up 2-0 here in this week 3 matchup. Next match is going to be the first diamond matchup of the week, a TVZ, another TVZ between Lumia and Missio. Getting to that one shortly.